Termites. Welcome to episode 187. It's Stevie. She's back on the road. She has a very long story about her crazy infection.
Most of her stories are
It's very long. She tells it in she told it in Scotland. Yes. She's, I guess, fine. I don't know. Good for her. Some sort of weird that, and she said, "Well, I was staying in a castle." Well, of course, you are, Stevie.
Sure.
That's wonderful. Good for you for finding a castle. And she made up her shows.
good.
Yeah, which is great for the ticket holders that were so excited. There were so many young people on TikTok so excited to see Stevie, their 76-year-old little American witch. Okay, what are we drinking? Well, so many things to drink in Texas. So many things to drink. I love the name of this beer. It's called Mama Tried.
Oh, funny.
I know. If my mom was still drinking, I'd have given it to her. It's a Texas beer, and it's from, well, they have breweries in Austin, College Station, and Houston. Delicious. Well done, Texas. What are we going to try? That was from Jamie and Mom Susan, who sent the beer.
Cool.
And then we're going to try some Fickle Pickles, made in Green, Texas. These are from a Gurmite Jess and his mom, Robin, who I met because, he broke up. His relationship broke up, and he thought the other person got the tickets to come see me, and he got them. And he was so excited. And I'm like, I want to meet this guy. And he brought his mom. They were great. So it was fun to meet them.
That's nice.
Yeah, get a little pic. They were totally normal.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Some people I bring backstage, I'm like, oh, okay, probably maybe shouldn't have done that. Most of them are normal, but some people are just too nervous. And I'm like, how can you be that nervous? I'm 4'2". Just, it's fine.
Let's have a beer.
These are, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Sorry, Jess.
Wow.
I wanted to like them. Yeah, it's
Spit it out.
Fickle Pickles. It's too sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like sweet, you're going to love them. That's what I would say. If you're going to love them.
Okay.
Whew. Okay.
Beer chaser.
Yeah, beer. Wow.
Wow.
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they brought them. Let me mark that one off. That's not happening.
No.
We've got Salt Lick spicy barbecue sauce. Is this from Texas too? I mean, I know it came from Texas. It came from, shout out to Jeanette, Julie, the two childless cat ladies. Thank you.
Nice.
From this childless cat lady, I can't stop watching the videos on TikTok of the childless cat
it's
ladies.
not stopping.
They're so funny. There's so many cats that just sit there normally, and then he goes, "We're effectively being run by them. Those nations being run," and the cat goes, "Wah!" Like they all of a sudden they, yeah. That and the cats watching the Olympics trying to catch the gymnast is my second favorite thing on TikTok right now. The cat ones won't stop though. And I can't stop sending them to my friend Kathy. She's a childless dog lady.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'll stop. Because I had sent like 4 one day. I'm like, okay, I'll stop. But I just look at this last one. She goes, you don't have to stop. I love them. And now the childless dog ladies have joined in to help our cause of being made fun of. Yeah. Yeah. He's an idiot for saying that. Unforced air, man.
Yeah.
Shut up about the cat. Don't pick on babies, puppies, or cat ladies.
No.
It's real simple. Just stay away from those 3 topics.
Right.
Or any particular football team that's not, oh, this is spicy barbecue sauce. It's very good.
Salt Lick is.
Is it famous? Salt Lick? Driftwood, Texas.
Yeah.
Because it kind of tastes like North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the perfect combo of Texas and North Carolina.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well done. Love it. I'm keeping that one.
Cool.
Last thing, before we get to it, went to Buc-ee's?
Nice.
No. Well, I went going one way, and it was way too crowded. I'm like, even for Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go after the show. I'm going to drive back, and it was perfect. Because it was crowded.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a shit ton of people in there, but it wasn't like mayhem. Right. Sometimes the Buc-ee's can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
These are, but these came from, a guy came from Montana.
Oh my God.
Yeah, another Gurmite, Rob. Buc-ee's Ranch and Crackers. I never tried these Ranch and Crackers. I bought some Buc-ee keychains to give away.
Nice.
He's a little stuffed animal, a Buc-ee. Because sometimes people see it on my suitcase and they get super happy, and I always think, damn, I wish I could give you one, but I don't have any. Well, now I do.
No way.
So if you see me in an airport, yep, I'm like, Buc-ee claws. Yes, you get one, and I got one from my mom. Oh, this is pretty good.
Surprising.
The ranch crackers, Buc-ee's. Yeah, rich and robust flavor.
Nice.
Well done.
It's a snacking cracker.
It's a good snack for the car.
Nice.
I mean, I'm sure it's all preservative, but as you know, that's my favorite food. Yep, 770 milligrams of sodium. Yep, that's why I like it. Well done. Just a salt lick in a bag. Woo! All right, out on the road. Going to Marietta, Ohio. No, and by the way, for all the people that kept correcting me, and I did get it wrong. I said Marietta, Georgia, because that's where the Comic Cafe used to be, which is a comedy club, where I first met James Gregory, blah, 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 Brett Butler. Anyway, when you Google, because I went on the Weather Channel app to see what the weather's going to be, Marietta, Georgia comes up first.
Right. You know why? Alphabetical order. G comes before O.
Oh, is it alphabet? I thought it was most Googled.
No.
Oh.
No.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to Marietta, Georgia, Cincinnati. That's this coming weekend.
Marietta, Ohio.
Marietta, Ohio. Right. Sorry. And then Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming for your Skyline chili. Ron used to have a joke. Ron White had a joke about Scott. So if you're not from Ohio, Cincinnati specifically is where I knew about it first. They have a thing called Skyline chili. And Ron goes, oh, you people up here think you know chili. Yeah, Skyline, Ron. You got to get some Skyline. So I went and tried it. And I'm just telling you, give me a day and I'm going to go down to Mexico and get a guy and a goat and he's going to kick your ass of chili. A guy and a goat. I don't even know what that means, but I laughed. It's good, though. I look forward to it. August 10th, Niagara Falls. August 24th, Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. There was a beach in Rhode Island where people were attacked by dragonflies. I've never seen anything like it. It was swarms and swarms and swarms. Like freakish, like biblical shit. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. A dragonfly's not going to do anything to you, but... yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a little disturbing when you get your whole tent set up and shit. And then,
How? How does it work?
Labor Day weekend, the Venetian. I'm so excited to go somewhere new. September 6th, Tarrytown. 7th, Wilmington. September 13th, Columbus. September 14th, Lexington. 19th, Oklahoma City. Sorry. 21st, Dallas. Back to Texas.
Yay!
Yes. That one's joined with Oklahoma City this time instead of another Texas town. But I just did Houston. I just did Austin. I just did San Antonio. September 27th, Foxwoods Casino. 28th, New York City Town Hall. Who's coming to New York? Then Troy, New York, October 11th. October 12th, Burlington, Vermont. October 19th, Salt Lake City. October 25th, Spartanburg, South Carolina. I'm not sure I've ever been there.
I think you've driven through it.
I'll know when I get there. Yeah, I have a vague idea of where it's at.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know. October 26th, I like anything in the Carolinas. I'm already all in. October 26th, Wilmington, North Carolina. All right, moving in.
Boom.
Texas was, well, let's just talk about the Olympics for a minute.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to sit down and watch it all, but my sister said there was like an inordinate amount of drag.
Oh, really?
Well, in the opening ceremonies. And then this Last Supper thing, everybody's all upset because they said, I just can't believe that the world is shocked that the French are into surrealism.
Right.
I mean, they invented it.
Right.
Go look at a Magritte painting and go, okay, weird. There's a guy with no head and he has a hat on, but he doesn't have a head. Like,
And makeup.
I would expect nothing less of them. It doesn't mean I like it. It doesn't mean, like in Montreal, they used to have the comedy festival just for laughs, or as they would say, juste pour rire. Wow, juste pour rire. Anyway, the half 2 weeks would be the French stuff. And then the English-speaking part was all what you would think of as traditional comedy or stand-up or improv or whatever. The French side, I mean, I went over there. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, every single thing that went by me, I'm like, I don't know. It's a big plushy toy thing with one giant eyeball. There were like people in drag, but Cirque du Soleil on giant pogo sticks. Very intimidating, frightening, scary. A lot of it is like shit you'd see in a dream and go, no, not for me. It's not for me. It's for somebody. The Frenchies love it, you know? And it is France. It is their country.
But you can appreciate it at least, you know?
Well, I appreciate the effort, but other than that, I do not understand what you're trying to convey, except I am just frightened. And I'm not going out in public paying to get scared. Mm-hmm. I'm too old for that.
Right.
That's teenage shit.
Okay.
They're into, Cirque du Soleil's they are obscure and surreal, and to me, very strange, but to them, whatever.
Right.
And then the guy, the French guy tried, this is not about the Last Supper. Well, here's the problem, dude. It did look like it, okay? And the whole world's watching. And I do get why people are like, Candace Creme Brulee is very upset about it. She almost can't even talk about it. She's so upset about it. It's also, though, like, this is what they put out there. They're mad at NBC.
Right.
Well, you can't tell the host country, pick your host a little more carefully then if you're afraid of what they might do.
Right.
If you're afraid it might be risque or whatever.
I thought it was super artistic.
But one sister said that there was so much drag in it, the kids asked if the French invented it. I'm like, well, I don't know. The Greeks did it too. I mean, it was so, I don't, it's just the poor, I didn't get to watch enough of it, so I can only comment on what I've seen on Instagram and TikTok and all that. I did watch Celine.
Yeah, you have to.
It was everything Celine is about. High drama. She's pounding her fist in the air, and it was a beautiful night. And I don't know what song that song was. Celine likes Celine. I know, as a Canadian, you and the rest of the Canadians, she has a tendency to rub you guys in a way that maybe isn't as exciting as I would feel it being. That's why I like Jan Arden's show, because they constantly make fun of her. Michael Bublé makes fun of her jam. But it's in a friendly way. They do put her up on a pedestal, and they're like, well, it can't be the great Celine Dion, can it? But Celine would laugh at that, I think. I don't know. She seems to have a sense of humor, and she took a bunch of videos with all kinds of people outside the hotel. Right. But, she looked great. That was like the thing that was well done.
She won't let you forget her.
She will not let me forget her. Her heart will go on.
I mean,
we need showmen. Oh. They might be a little narcissistic. That's how you end up, like little, tiny bit. Oh. Well, shit. You're probably not going to get that far without some narcissism wrapped up in your basic. And her voice is, you can't deny it. You can't. No matter what you say.
She's got a great voice.
She does.
Yeah.
And she knows it. Good for her.
She sure does.
Well, I have some reporting on her, too, where she may be signing a deal. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. And then the rain. I feel sorry for the French, and it takes a lot for me to feel sorry for the French. But, they planned this whole thing. It was supposed to be cool. Yeah. They're coming down the Seine, and they're just getting beaten with rain pellets. I mean, good for them. They tried. Let's go outside. Let's do something different. I like all that. That's a lot of chutzpah. Let's, and the Seine is dirty again, and they got to cancel the poor triathlete people.
Where's the backup plan?
Well, they had no backup. That's what's amazing. Right. The mayor jumped in the river. Right. She's probably still in a hot shower somewhere going, get this shit off me. And then I go, well, you couldn't pay me to jump in, but I'd jump in any lake. This lake, there's a DuPont chemical factory, 4 coves down, just spitting shit out. God knows what is in this lake, but I do it.
There's a stench to it.
Yeah, well, like if you wear a sunscreen cover-up thing that's white and you get out, ain't white anymore. I mean, I don't know what's in there, but I also feel that's how I build up my wonderful immunities, by jumping in random lakes. But the Seine, I don't know. I don't think I'd do it. No. But now it's postponed, and they go till tomorrow. What is the difference between tomorrow and today in this river where the sewage has come in because of the rain? They're having a tough time, the French.
Nobody can flush their
Guess who didn't have this many problems? The Chinese when they hosted. Yep.
They lied to us.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pollution.
No, the Russians just said, fuck you. Watch it or don't. We don't care. Where are the athletes staying? It's none of your business. Okay. Well, do they have beds? Well, it's something similar. Oh, probably not then. Anyway. It shocks me that people are shocked.
Right.
Whether you agree or disagree, different subject. Mm-hmm. I don't really care. It was supposed to be Dionysus, the Greek goddess of something. His explanation made sense, But also, how come you can't take one step back and just look at it and go, well, it does look like the Last Supper.
Yeah.
And that might piss people off. But that's where the French come in and go, I do not care.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself over and over and over and over and over and over.
Would you like a croissant?
In the meantime, I have a beautiful bottle of wine I would like to share with you. They are confusing. San Antonio, oh my God. Well, Austin was a blast. I got to work at ACL Live. That's where they tape Austin City Limits. Yeah. It's a wonderful venue. The crew was just spectacular. It's nice to just have people working at the venues that, even if they're not truly excited to see you, they act like it. Right. But I think these guys are cool. Plus, comedy's so easy. I think they get excited. Like, we will all be out of here by 10:30. Don't you worry. Right. And then they get an early night off instead of having to wait for music people to unload everything. Yeah. Giant pain in the ass.
Just putting away the bar stool.
But San Antonio, I think, has peaked as my new favorite Texas city.
Whoa.
It's still a very reasonable size, like easily you can navigate. They have nice hotels, they have nice restaurants. The Riverwalk is fun. I don't care what anybody says. Well, it's not touristy. So what? It's fun.
Yep.
I love the boat ride. I would do it again and again and again. But I mostly love the Alamo. But I'm a history freak. So if you're not a history person, I know there were like these ladies behind me that were like, okay, now, so who won?
Stop it.
I'm like, okay, ma'am, you need to go back to the beginning of the tour where it says,
You need to go back to grade school.
well, grade school would work. How'd you not ever hear about Davy Crockett? I mean, I don't know. I was in the Holocaust Museum and some lady said, now, was Hitler Jewish? And I just went, oh, well, here's the crazy thing. There was a rumor that he had a Jewish grandparent somewhere, but that's not what that lady meant. She didn't mean was there any Jewish history in his family. She just thought he might have been Jewish and then just snapped on his own people, I guess. All right, there are things you overhear. Anyway, here's the freakiest part.
America.
So the Alamo is the buildings from the 1800s. Some of them were destroyed. They've rehabbed the chapel, but it's all basically original AE. I mean, it started in the 1700s as a mission, blah, 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 blah.
It's really pretty.
Well, last time I was there, they were building this new building, and they said they're going to have all these artifacts coming. And I'm like, oh, cool, right? They're going to get all this Alamo shit. Yep. Well, I got to say, love the Alamo. I do not love the new building only because it's super modern, and it doesn't fit the motif. I wish they had tried to make it look old. I know sometimes when you try to make something look old and it's new, it looks stupid. But, you know... call an artist. Yeah, call Disney. Somebody can help with this. It's a very nice building. It's a little too staid, I guess. Like, it just doesn't. There's a part of the Alamo called the Long Barracks where they have artifacts in there, and they're in the walls, glass cases, but it's in the actual, that part is it. But here's the craziest part. You go in, there's a giant thing on the wall with a picture of Phil Collins, the drummer from Genesis, and the drummer that went on to be himself. For the children, he sang that song that's, isn't it Monday Night Football? I can feel it coming in the air. Hold on. Anyway, as it turns out, Phil Collins, an Englishman, has been hoarding all of our Alamo artifacts.
Oh, no.
Yes. Bazillions of things. And he donated them all. We had talked about that on this Pubcast a long, long time ago. Because I thought it was odd. Like, well, holy shit. I mean, millions of dollars worth of shit. He's donated it all. Super nice. He narrates half the thing, which is weird to have a British guy. I mean, it's totally fine. Well, I Googled, like, it's just odd. It would be like me as an American kid reenacting the Battle of Shaftesbury or somewhere in England, like a battle that, okay, yeah, it's a famous battle, but it's not the Civil War, right? Well, here it is. Phil Collins has always remembered the Alamo. A British rock legend's unlikely fascination drove him to amass the world's largest private collection of Alamo relics, in which he recently donated to the Texas Landmark. I mean, cannonballs, flags. I don't even know how they didn't deteriorate. He must have spent a lot of money on keeping this shit in good condition because it's amazing. As a 5-year-old boy growing up in a London suburb, Phil Collins became enthralled by the Walt Disney series Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier.
That's bizarre.
Lewis remembered it. I go, do you know some show? I knew the song. Maybe I knew the song from the show. Davy Crockett. I thought it was Born on the Wild Frontier.
Maybe it was that.
I don't know. Well, it was on his family's black and white TV set. The budding musician put down his drumsticks and picked up his toy soldier to reenact the Battle of the Alamo in his garden. And his grandmother even cut up a fur coat to make a makeshift coonskin cap like that worn by Fess Parker on the Disney series.
Oh.
Can you imagine if you're some British grandma going, what the fuck with this kid in the Alamo?
Right.
Like, he's out there reenacting. It's got to be reincarnation. If you believe in reincarnation,
Yeah.
why are you so drawn to this? And it has nothing to do with your history or your country or your family. He first set eyes on the Alamo in 1973 during a rock trip's first tour of the United States. I was just spellbound when I first saw it in person, he recalled. He devoured the books of the Alamo in the mid-'80s on a tour stop. He noticed a letter signed by Crockett in the Georgetown antiquities shop. Even on a rock star's income, he thought the autograph document too expensive, but it made him aware of the Alamo relics available for collectors. I can't imagine where I get to the point where a crate comes to my house and I'm super fired up that there's a cannonball in there. Like,
Totally.
I guess, I don't know.
Oh my God.
When the musician's wife gave him a receipt for a saddle purchased by John Smith, one of the couriers dispatched by Lieutenant Colonel William Travis during the siege of the Alamo as a Christmas gift, it became the seed. That's how it started, for what has sprouted into the world's largest private collection. As he stepped away from recording, the hunting for Alamo memorabilia became his new gig.
Pretty cool.
How do you tell your husband, honey, this has gone too far?
Yeah.
Like, you can't buy any more cannonballs.
No.
You know, he's sitting in a sweatsuit in the basement, clicking.
He's on eBay.
And I know how easy. I got caught up in a Sound of Music dinner plates auction on eBay. You can get caught up, and then you're fighting over it. And I mean, his probably aren't. I don't know where you buy this shit. I don't. He has one of Davy Crockett's 4 known rifles, his fringed leather pouch, a shot pouch where you keep your little bullets, a knife that belonged to Jim Bowie, the famous Bowie knife, Sam Houston's snuff box, and a sword once brandished by Mexican General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. He broadened his collection after that to the entire Texas Revolution.
Oh my God. Wow.
He purchased letters written by Stephen F. Austin, who is Austin, named after, in a Mexican prison, and artifacts from San Juancito and Gonzalez. He wrote a coffee table book. It's 416 pages. Phil, nobody's listening to it.
No.
Just you. But it's good we got somebody documenting it for free. He's doing it for free.
Phil did a coffee table book?
He had his entire basement of his home in Geneva, Switzerland, was filled with this stuff.
Oh my God.
Then he announced he was going to donate it. Even paid to shipping cost.
Okay. Good for him.
Wow.
I'm sure there's
That's amazeballs.
probably a tax write-off there somewhere.
He wants everybody to see everything. And there's a press conference. You can watch that on a video at the Alamo if you like to see that. I've had a love affair since I was about 5 years old with this place. Why I didn't get as fascinated by something English in English history, I'll never know. Some people would say buy Ferraris. Some people would buy houses. I bought old bits of metal and old bits of paper. To me, these aren't just about a battle. They're about the idea of men and women having a choice and staying to fight for what they believed in, to be just and right. That's what makes these things special. They spent $100 million on the museum that is now open.
Oh my God.
And they're building a giant educational center for the children.
Is it cool?
Well, it's what I said. I mean,
I mean, like,
I want to see the stuff inside. I just wish it had a little more Alamo character.
gotcha.
It seems like it looked like a presidential library to me. That's what it looked like, and that's what it felt like.
Shiny.
Just very polished and very, it's beautiful. I just think it's a little out of place. Like, I don't know, can somebody paint a mural on it of a battle? Something?
Right.
How about a horse or a Santa Ana or some Mexican flair? Let's do that little flair. No, he became an honorary Texan because of his gift in 2015. In spite of the donation, his collecting days are not over. He plans to continue purchase relics and eventually send them to San Antonio. I can't resist the idea. I'm a magnet for all things Texas now.
Wow.
Just it's one of the weirdest things on the road, and I've been on the road 100 years that I've ever encountered. So, and then San Antonio, I went to Rosario's moved, my favorite restaurant. I just decided to go to Mi Tierra. The videos, yeah, it's wonderful. It's so fun. Rosario's food I thought was a little better, but Mi Tierra is fine. But the ambiance, you can't. If you had $10 million, you could not rebuild this place. No, not at all.
Where'd you eat in Austin?
In Austin? Oh, Matt's El Rancho. Yeah. And then they let me buy the margatini shaker like that. Yeah. It's I love their food. I had the tamales. Tamales are hard to find.
Yeah.
People don't want to do it anymore. I don't know why.
You like tamales?
I love them. Yeah. Well, I love any Mexican food, but tamales are so rare.
Yeah.
It's like finding caviar somewhere there you shouldn't be. And you're like, yeah, I'll do. Then I'm definitely getting tamale. Queen news. Well, Snoop's tearing it up at the Olympics. He's doing a wonderful job.
So funny.
Because a lot of people aren't. I'm not going to go into more names about NBC. And yeah, there's something about like, I used to get so excited about it. And now I'm like, I don't know. I think it's the presentation.
And arm wrestling.
Well, arm wrestling. I know there's a lot of shit in there. I'm fascinated by the badminton for like 5 seconds. I'm like, how do you even know you're good at badminton?
Wait
Like,
till pickleball takes over.
oh yeah, pickleball. I'm shocked they don't already have it. The skateboarding is for the children. They're the kind of people I want to go, you can't do that in this area. When I see them going down steps and railings, I'm like, God damn it, no, this is dangerous. This is not what this area is about. Yeah, so I'm not going to, I don't know. I think I miss Bob Costas, even though
No.
Bob can be a little over the top with his knowledge, but he made me care about the stories. I think Mike Tirico's fine.
Yep.
Fine. I don't know. Just the gymnastics I like. But
Simone's doing okay.
what?
No more twisties.
Simone's doing fine. No more the twisties. I've watched some of her show. She's very cool, very normal. Yeah, it's on I don't know, maybe ESPN.
The documentary.
Prime. It's called No,
I'll find it.
maybe it's called Twisties. I don't know.
We'll put it in the notes.
I don't know. There's so many sports I just don't care about. And then prime time, well, track and field maybe next week, and gymnastics tonight, I think. Anyway, moving on.
It's called Simone Biles Rising.
Simone Biles Rising.
On Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Okay, Tanya, same. Cher, I do have something about Cher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's going to release a 2-part memoir that finally reveals her true story in intimate detail.
Nice.
Fine, but here's the problem. Google how old is Cher? 78, 79, or maybe 76.
What do you think?
I think 78. I think she's a little older than Stevie.
78.
78.
May 20th.
So-
She's a Taurus.
May 20th, a Taurus. Ooh, they can be difficult. They can be difficult. The thing is, if you wait this long, like Barbara Streisand was all upset nobody cared about her book. Well, most of the people who are 80, most have probably already died.
Right.
A ton, right? It's too late. I mean, I love Cher.
Cher's got a bigger following.
Cher does. Oh, then Barbara?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Barbara's older than her, though.
Right.
Like 3 more years or 4 more years older. And it's a 2-part deal. I don't know. I mean, 480 pages. It's going to hit the stores November 19th.
Barbara's 82.
Barbara's 82, 4 years older. Aries. I don't know anything about them. I don't even think I know a person that's an Aries. When are their birthdays? She's going to recall her childhood in part 1 and her marriage to Sonny.
March 21 to April 19th. So she's
March
a Taurus.
21 to April 19th. Oh.
So Streisand is a Taurus.
Barbara's I could see Barbara being a Taurus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I just think it's too late. Well, I guess do it, but don't expect giant sales.
Right.
I mean, a lot of my gay guy friends will care a lot.
I'll care.
I mean, I'll care, but am I going to buy it? No. Am I going to read it? No. I'll wait for excerpts on TikTok.
Okay.
It's too crazy. Dolly, sad times. Dollywood's gotten some flash flooding lately, and they've had to close for it. And I saw the videos, and it is. Meanwhile, just up the road in Gatlinburg, can't be enough of TikTok videos of bears in town. They're just everywhere in town. Like at this point, like, holy shit, it's right there. And people don't know what to do. There's one guy screaming, don't move. No one listens. They're all just, ah, ah. I'm like, it's just a bear looking for trash.
Right.
He's not planning on eating you. No. But if you keep up that behavior, there's a good chance he might look at you and think, fuck it, I'll just eat her. Jelly Belly, I don't know. He's out on the road somewhere doing good things. And Snoop's doing great at the Olympics. And Tay Tay, this was a sight to see. The fans in Munich swarmed the mountains that are above the stadium to watch her in the stadium for free on the mountains. I mean, there's millions of them. I have a picture of it, which I'll put in the show notes. 25,000 kids. Well, not just kids, but I mean people gathered on the hill. And then they did it again the next day. I mean, amaze balls. Amazing. So that's our Queen King news. Moving on to, well, since we were on the Olympics, and Celine, she's the queen of all things French.
Sure is.
But what's weird is a lot of the Parisian people do not like the French Canadians. Well, they just say they're not real French. Right. I took French in college, and I had the smoking hot guy, and he was from Montreal. And then the next year of French, it was this little Parisian woman, and his name was Mr. Noel. I don't know his first name, but Noel.
Happy Christmas.
Right. But he was so smoking hot, you forgot about Christmas. Trust me, he was... And she came in the following year and went, everything he taught you is wrong. I'm like, wow, does the university know you're throwing him under the bus only because he grew up in Montreal and not in the real France? I was like, wow, this is a little more deep-seated than any of us American kids need to know about or even give a shit about. I thought he did a fine job, and he had a nice personality, and I remember how to order a beer in French, so I think we completed our mission. Celine Dion returns to Las Vegas with a Resorts World residency. Resorts World is in fairly new casino all the way down at the end of the strip by Stratosphere. You can't really walk to it unless you're down at the Wynn or maybe, it's a hike. But I think the singer's reportedly negotiating for her upcoming comeback scheduled for late 2024 or early 2025.
Well, that's now.
Well, right. Well, maybe it's going to be early 2025, but I think this is what TMZ is reporting. And once you find out she's in negotiations, that part's true. Yeah. Now, whether they will pan out, I do not know. I would go.
I would meet at the bar after.
Oh, you wouldn't go?
No.
Wherever you are, I believe.
I can't roll my eyes on it.
I love the drama. I'm a sucker for it. Like, I do. Do I think it's like dripping with cheese and schmaltz? Yes, but so what?
Right.
Yeah.
I'd go see Adele again.
I would definitely go see Adele again. And there's parts of that are kind of schmaltzy, but
she's silly.
She is fun, and she's very funny, off the cuff funny. I went when that submersible thing exploded and those people died, and she's like, "What you get in, Mom? I won't get in for $1 million. What, are you crazy? You can't even steer it. What? I'm just saying, I wouldn't do it."
In between songs.
This is all in between songs that she was watching the news all day. I'm fascinated. She's very funny. All right, moving on. Update. The children.
Oh, no.
This is about the Stop Oil children. Oh, no. The activists. Yeah, these are the ones from 2022. Uh-huh. Well, they've been found guilty of criminal damage after throwing soup over the Vincent van Gogh sunflower painting.
Good.
They're Phoebe Plummer and Anna Holland, both age 22, threw a can of Heinz tomato soup. Oh, you can't waste. That's my favorite. That's my favorite out of all the Heinz. Don't waste that. They threw it over the masterpiece at the National Gallery in London in October of 2022. Mm-hmm. At the time, the gallery said there was minor damage to the frame of the famous artwork, which has an estimated value of 72 million euros. So it's probably $82 million. Mm-hmm. The video showed them wearing with their they glued a hand to the wall and then blah blah blah. Judge Christopher so-and-so, who last week jailed Just Stop Oil co-founder Roger Hallam for 5 years in the same court. He got sentenced for 5 years, yeah. Told the pair they're going to be released on bail until they're sentenced on September 27th. And they actually did a lot more damage to the frame than one thought. After she threw the soup, she was screaming, what is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food? You know my feelings on this. Whatever your cause is, I would love to listen to what you think is the problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to listen if you do this shit.
No.
No. And then they're going to go, well, how else are we going to get people's attention? I'm going to tell you, be funny. Mobilize. Be funny. Yep. Or call out childish cat people. That got a lot of attention. Why don't you start picking on babies? Yeah. As part of their bail conditions, the two women cannot carry glue, paint, or any adhesive substance into a public place, and they can't visit any galleries or museums. Who's going to stop them? You let them fucking in with soup, and you think you're going to stop them at the next gig and go, hey, are you Phoebe? You look like that girl.
Glue for.
Yeah. Do you have any tape? Let me see your purse.
You can never go to Home Depot again.
God almighty.
So stupid.
Oh, well, I forgot to, as long as we were on the Olympics, before I go to holy shit, they found it. That's all my updates.
It's kind of early.
So Flavor Flav, by the way, will you Google, he's way older than I thought.
He's awesome.
For all of the children, he was a rapper. He has, if his Wikipedia page will blow your brains apart. I didn't even print it out because it's too much, but a rapper, he always had the giant clock on.
He has my birthday.
That's Flavor Flav.
Give me a goat. Give me a goat.
What?
Give me a goat.
Oh, you want a goat for that?
Yeah. He's 65.
65.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
And he still looks 25.
Boy.
So he's become the biggest hype man for the U.S. water polo, women's water, because he found out they all had to work 2 and 3 jobs, and they just to be able to continue. So he said he'd sponsor everybody.
That's awesome.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
And he's had some bad things that he's done in the past. So maybe this is he's doing one good deed at a time. He signed a 5-year sponsorship deal as the official hype man for the U.S. women and men's water polo teams. As part of the sponsorship, he made a financial contribution to the women's water polo team. His duties as hype man include making multiple appearances at team events, including the 2024 games. On July 27th, they kicked off the thing, blah, blah, blah. And there he is. He's got his giant clock on and his crazy glasses.
That's awesome.
He also met Joe Biden. There's pictures of that. He's very excited. The message resonated with Flavor Flav, who commented on the post, as a girl dad supporter of all women's sports, I'm going to personally sponsor you, my girls, wherever you need. Whatever you need. And I'm going to sponsor the whole team. My manager is in touch with your agent, and I'm going to use all my relationship resources to help. For me, yeah.
That's great.
It's even, he said, helping these girls out is bigger than winning a Grammy, which he has. So good for him.
He has 8 children.
He has 8 kids. Yeah.
They all like him.
Well, he seems like a lot of fun. He's like a Cat Williams to me. He gets arrested sometimes, and you're like, well,
I can see that.
yeah. But if you meet Cat, you instantly fall in love with him.
Yeah, he's great.
One time I was sitting on a plane, and he just snuck up. I don't know where he came from. And he sat down next to me. He goes, there's only 2 motherfucking funny cats on this plane, and they're both sitting right here. I'm like, where did you come from? It's like he just appeared. And the person next to me had gone to the bathroom. I'm like, they are coming back, Cat. And I'm like, but whatever.
What's up, bitches?
Flavor Flav. He looks like. So this is crazy. This is holy shit, they found it.
Okay.
A famous portrait of King Henry VIII, long considered lost, has been found after an art historian spotted it in the background of a photo shared on social media. Can you imagine?
Are you kidding?
The painting in question was once part of a famous set of 22 portraits commissioned in the 1590s by tapestry maker Ralph Sheldon. The portrait hung originally in the Weston House, Sheldon's Warwickshire. I wonder if there was a Battle of Warwickshire I could become fascinated with and get all the things. But barely a handful out of those 22 survive today. As art historian Adam something who works as a consultant for famous auction house Sotheby's, spotted a painting in the background of a picture posted by the Warwickshire Lieutenancy, I don't even know what that means, on the 4th of July. The account shared a photo at the reception hall held at the Shire Hall, in which the portrait is visible in the background. The fact that I was able to piece it together in an hour is very exciting. I spent a lot of time thinking about the paintings and the people looking at those walls. In a blog post, he explained that the portrait's distinctive arched top is specific to the other ones in the Sheldon set and is identical to the frames surviving it. The other ones that survive are in the National Portrait Gallery, London, Eton College, and Knebworth House. So these people are giving it back. That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His original 22 set was sold at auction. The majority remain missing to this day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, this is a rabbit hole that I couldn't get out of. If I went down it, I'd be like, I have to find these things, even though I don't have any idea how to do that. I would make it like, don't fuck with cats. Like that lady was like, I'm going to find this guy.
I'll show you.
He's one of the most recognizable kings ever. Henry VIII. Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then back to our archaeologists finding Bible stuff to reinforce the story. They discovered a long-lost altar at the location where Jesus was said to have been buried and resurrected.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool. It's 8 feet long and 5 feet wide, decorated with ribbon ornaments, a Roman practice during medieval times, and the distinct markings which researchers believe it was the altar consecrated in 1149.
Wow.
Why did they wait Why did they wait that long?
I don't know.
They thought that the altar had been destroyed in a fire in 1808. For historians, this is defined as a sensation in several respects. Firstly, the slab that could have remained hidden for so long, such an intensely researched building as the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, especially as it was viewed by thousands of pilgrims and tourists every day. The site of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, no, I'm not saying that right. Sepulchre, I'll have to call my mom, is identified as the place of both the crucifixion and the tomb of Jesus and sees 4 million visitors a year. So 4 million people have been kind of looking at this thing and not even know that it was the thing.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Moving on. Let's get some news going here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cocaine stories this week. A lot.
I saw your video.
Yeah. First of all, they're finding cocaine sharks.
What?
If you weren't scared enough of your regular old neighborhood run-of-the-mill shark, cocaine has been detected. This is sharks in Brazil testing positive for a surprising contaminant, cocaine. And then there's a baby shark. It's actually kind of cute.
Which is also a popular cartoon, if you Google it.
Baby shark?
Baby shark.
I do know that from Pat's Kids. Sharp-nosed sharks off of Brazil. These sharks are in the same category as the Atlantic sharp-nosed shark.
Okay.
Sharks swimming off the coast of Brazil have a little something startling coursing through their systems. Oh, cocaine. The coca! The drug had never previously been found in wild sharks, but that doesn't mean these fish are unique. Scientists just hadn't previously tested any sharks for coke. The effort...
Why would you?
Right.
That's a dumb
Like...
statement. Here's your drug test.
Right. Why would I even think to do this? It's because they're eating the cocaine that's falling off the shipping things and all that shit.
Right.
That's what's happening.
Yep.
Packages that are the Florida Keys. Oh my God, a 2007 study said in Florida, bull sharks have been contaminated with prescription medications.
Oh my God.
Probably all the shit going to Florida for old people.
Right.
They probably jacked up on blood pressure pills and all kinds of stuff that my mom did.
Down the toilet.
Yeah. So just be careful.
Wow.
Oh, wow, 23. There's a lot in their tissue.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of coke. So they're coked up. And let me tell you what, after seeing these cats when they have their catnip, which I call their coca, you don't want that shark coked up.
No.
And then, well, there's a cup. I'm going to save my soccer story for last. But speaking of the coca, Narcos Coca, one of El Chapo's sons, he has 8 children, and they're mostly boys. Well, I think he has twin girls too, but his son,
He doesn't count them.
right, Their names start to all be the same after a while. It's like George Foreman. Everybody's Joaquin Guzman, somebody. So this is like one of the biggest things ever. I can't wait for Narcos to do this. So there was an old Narcos guy. He's 75 years old or 76 now, named El Mayo. Okay. So he was one of El Chapo's leaders because El Chapo's, I think, probably, let's see how old he is. I bet he's 55, maybe.
What do you think his sign is?
El Chapo? I don't know. Let's see what his birthday is. Let's see what his sign is.
Oh, he's an Aries.
He's an Aries. Another one. When's his birthday?
That's funny. April 4th.
April 4th.
1957.
57. He's 67. Okay, so this guy is 10 years older than him. He's probably his teacher. El Chapo's son tells the old man, El Mayo.
Oh, El Mayo's 76.
He's 76.
Born New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
What's that make you, a Capricorn?
I think
I
so.
don't know. He talked El Mayo into getting to a plane. He said, we're going to go look at some land in northern Mexico.
Asshole.
Totally lied. The old man got in the plane.
Oh.
Well, you're right. Well, this is part of being a narco guy. You can't trust anybody.
No.
And the plane flew straight to El Paso, Texas. Boom, the feds were there. Boom, both arrested. And they think, because he was on the run, another one of El Chapo's sons is already in waiting sentencing here, that he thought that if he brings the big fish, El Mayo, they've been after him for 50 years, and then turns himself in, his sentence and his brothers will get reduced. And I bet they will. Well, they brought us, I think it's all ludicrous. I don't even know why we keep running out. There's just going to be...
He's an adorable man.
Is he cute?
He's so cute.
Really?
Yeah.
El Mayo's cute? Oh, you want to hug him? Oh, okay. His real name is Ismael Zambada. And it was his son, Chapo's son, Joaquin Guzman Lopez. Joaquin should watch his ass now but see, here's the thing. El Mayo's getting old and his little people are old. Yeah, he's not 86. Right. So they've been arrested. That's just a great episode of Narcos. That's a two-parter.
Yeah.
First, you got to get to El Mayo. You got to figure out the guy's eluded capture for maybe he's getting old and not on his game anymore. Why did you get in that plane?
Because he trusted him.
Well, you just say, I'll meet you there. You tell me, pin drop me the property you claim we're looking at and bring a realtor from HGTV and I'll show up. I'm not going on camera. For the record, I'm not going on camera. Yeah, I don't know.
Awful.
Who wants to go on a naked cruise?
What?
Well, I can't wait to see what his son gets. I want to see what his two sons get for their sentencing and how much got knocked off.
They'll be killed in prison, I bet.
I don't think they'll be killed in prison because they're going to be put off in mostly solitary. Like El Chapo's still alive in Colorado. Nobody's killed him because he can't get to him.
He's also cute.
He's not cute.
He's not
Pablo was cute.
Yeah, Pablo's sexy.
No, and if you watch all of the Narcos and all that stuff, Pablo was fun. I know he did terrible things. Don't send me emails about that. I know I've seen all the shows. But his general personality was fun. El Chapo...
And he took care of the people around him.
He took care of everybody. El Chapo tried to take care of people. He was never a good time Charlie. A very serious, intense little man. And always sweating and angry. And then shooting hot tequila. It's my favorite thing of the whole. Get sweaty and just shoot hot tequila. I am El Chapo. Meanwhile, Pablo's getting hippos. He put a horn on a horse because his kid wanted a unicorn.
I bring it for you.
You want the unicorn? I have stolen a horn for a rhino and I've glued it on the horse's head.
Vámonos.
Moving on to what, first of all, you can't get me to go. I'll go on a Viking river cruise because I know I can swim to the side and just get off if I want to. I'm never going on a cruise ship again. You could go watch Madigan again, that special of mine, and tell you why I won't do that.
Okay.
I'm not into it. I do get why people get it, like it. I get it. It's ain't for me. But anyway, the fact that I won't go on a cruise, and here's one I'm super not going on, a naked cruise set to sail in 2025 from Miami.
That just sounds...
And it's not a bullshit one. It's called the Bare Necessities Tour Travel announced it's partnering with Norwegian.
Are you kidding?
Right. It's a good one. To an 11-day nude excursion. 11 days. Wow. The packing for the cruise would be so easy. A few casual outfits and a lot of sunscreen. It's being called the 2025 Big Nude Boat on Norwegian's Pearl. It will depart February 3rd, blah, blah. Stops include Great Stirrup Cay, Bahamas, or Key, I don't know how you say that.
You have to wear clothes.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, and St. Lucia. Tickets will go on sale in August. This is not a swinger cruise. It's for naturists.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. Here's what's going to happen. There's lots of open deck space, multiple dining options. Come on. We're not eating naked. Even if you can.
Right.
Why would you?
Yeah, why do I see all that?
Well,
No.
The specialty restaurants, they have that, and a large buffet area for nude outdoor dining will easily accommodate a wide variety of culinary taste. Cruise goers will have the option to enjoy multi-course meals, hot stone massages, lively night spots, a whiskey bar, casino, spa, and more while sailing. To go aboard the nude cruise, guests will need a valid passport. Where do I keep it? I don't have a pocket. And do you have a purse?
You could get creative.
Nudity is only allowed while you're on the ship. So when you get off the ship,
I can't believe they had to put that on there. Don't leave the ship naked.
don't leave the ship naked. Clothing is required while eating in the dining room, and you're asked to sit on a towel or some sort of article of clothing when bare-bottomed or in a thong.
I mean, why do you have to say this?
I don't know. So one of the cruise Lou and I did, Lewis's cruise, they dropped us off somewhere, and I made Lou go around. There were like beaches around the corner, and you know he's not like that great in the heat like that stuff. I'm like, just walk, Lou. So we walk. Just randomly stumbled upon a nude beach, and they saw us like in shorts and t-shirts, and we obviously didn't belong there, so we did not linger.
Right.
But I saw enough to know that at least 3/4 of the people at the nude beach should have had clothes on. Not smoking hot. That is not smoking hot where you're like, well, if I look that good, maybe I just parade around. No. Almost the opposite.
Oh my God.
Guests can't wear bathrobes, fetish wear, or lingerie while in public. Okay. The boat has a no photo zone.
Wow.
Yeah. You can go further and deeper into the Caribbean in 7 days, and you can blah, 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 blah. I mean, do you want to work? I don't want to.
No.
Right.
No.
Oh, that was an article I need for next week.
Thank God for Staples.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that together. Let me put this down
So
here.
that's
Sorry.
Hard no.
That's a hard no.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, congratulations to the people that's what you want to do. I just can't.
No.
Here's a little feel-good story.
Okay.
America's oldest person is turning 115.
Oh my God.
Here's her advice for having a happy, long life.
Okay.
I like her advice, too. By the way, she's turning 115. The picture of her, she looks 80.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
she looks great.
cool.
She offered a single tip on how to live a long, happy life. Speak your mind and don't hold your tongue.
Amen.
Born in Louisiana in 1909, Frances raised her now 95-year-old daughter as a single mother. She ran a coffee shop in Houston and preferred walking over driving.
Cool.
The spunky centenarian was alive during the Great Depression, the first airplane flight across the Atlantic, and 20 presidents from William Howard Taft to Joe Biden. She now lives with her daughter, who is pushed by a wheelchair into her bedroom every morning to watch classic sitcoms. They enjoy to laugh, and they watch old episodes of Good Times and The Jeffersons. And we're moving on up
To the
east side. They also love The Price is Right, and they feel blessed to be together this long. Frances was crowned the country's oldest person in February after the previous longevity record holder, Edie Cicerelli, died a few weeks after her 116th birthday in California. Wow. She was awarded a plaque recognizing her as the oldest person.
Okay.
You know, save the plaque. Get her a new bitchin' ass wheelchair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying she has a shitty one, but you can always use an upgrade.
I'm like, did you see a picture?
A plaque. Nobody wants a plaque. No, that's so traditionally boring.
There's a trophy.
Yeah, here, how about a giant medal she can wear around her neck? I mean, I asked her the other night how she feels turning 115. She smiles and she said, I just thank the good Lord that I'm here. She told the Washington Post. She says she has nothing to complain about, and the rest of our family feels the same way. She hopes Frances makes it, her daughter, to 117, the age of the current living oldest person in the world. We all know that, Maria Brenes of Spain. Every year I have to order another birthday cake for my grandmother is an occasion worth celebrating that she's still with us. She's the fourth oldest person in the world.
Oh, wow.
Right, but she's the oldest one in USA. USA. USA.
Every day.
Southwest termites. Oh my God.
I saw this on the news.
Oh, my dad would really be upset about this if he knew about it. My mom probably wouldn't care either way. I'm happy about it. It's a big deal, though. It's a very big deal. Southwest plans to start assigned seating, breaking with a 50-year tradition. That. Aaron Weber, my comedian friend, what are we going to do with your old Southwest joke? Oh! It's the first person I thought of. I go, well, there goes Aaron's joke. He's going to have to adjust it, update it, or something else. This is, they're realizing they're not making the money on the upgrades into, if you want, like United Economy Plus and all that stuff. Southwest said Thursday, it plans to drop the open boarding system used for the last 50 years. It will start assigning passengers to seats just like all the other big airlines. They have been studying seat options, running tests, and surveying customers. Now, here's the thing. Their boarding process does work well. A group, B group, C group.
Yeah.
And people are always I'm always amazed because I had to take it 1,000 times for my dad to go up to Kansas City or St. Louis, then go to the lake, blah, blah, blah. From Nashville, direct flight. Great. If you walk up and you ask the people what number are you guys, and wherever you fit in, everyone's 1,000% polite about it. Like there's no fighting, there's no bitching, so it works on that level. They say it's faster boarding. I don't know about that. I don't sit there with a stopwatch. But I also know the flight attendants are sometimes bullshit and say, we're a completely full flight. No, you're not. Just say, but they want everybody to scoot over and they want it to go fast. I get it. It's part of the deal. But I'd rather see a seat map online so I can know, is this plane packed, or semi-packed and nobody's going to want the middle seat, so if I buy the window and blah, blah, blah. Their unusual boarding process started as a fast way to load passengers and limit the time the planes and crews spend sitting idly on the ground not making money to help the airline operate more efficiently. Well, I'm not going to explain how it works. I assume you guys have flown it once somewhere. Just know that they were not part of the outage because they are running on Microsoft 3.1 circa 1992.
It's crazy.
Right.
How is that okay?
I don't know how that is not monitored by the FAA. No, and my computer, it makes me do updates, and it sneaks in, it does it in the middle of the night. Why isn't that happening to these people? Let's see. Oh, wow. This Lindsay, who works in college athletics, said no. Hearing this announcement today, I was like, no, this is my favorite part of Southwest. Some reacted with sadness and disappointment. Why don't you want to pick your own seat before it starts this weird bartering? I mean, it's uncomfortable. And like a few times, because it was so last minute with my dad, I got stuck in the seat. And then you have to, it's just uncomfortable when you have to go, can I just get in the middle seat there? And then somebody's got to get up and move their shit. It's just all, this other lady is more on my page saying it's better because then you can pick your own seat in advance instead of having to bug people that are already situated or the thing where people go, oh, I have someone sitting here. And they're lying, but what are you going to do about it? Yeah. Right, you can't do nothing about it. No. Well, these people say the convenience of being able to pick your own seat, well, you can do that online the day before. Right. And then there was for a hot minute, I was still living in LA then, when the 24-hour window opened, then you tried to get into A. It was like a race to get into the A group. Yep. Right. You didn't pay more for it. It was just whoever checked in first.
Yeah, it was about when you checked in.
Yeah. And then I would buy them for my parents, and they'd call with like an hour to go before the flight. Are we C's for sure? Yeah, there's an hour left, Dad. You should have done this 23 hours ago. I fucking told you how to do it. I told Mom.
I'm working.
God.
Thank you.
You can still check 2 bags for free. That's nice. It's blah, 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 blah. Their CEO is named Jordan. Somebody Jordan. I don't know. They have no plans to end that. There are drawbacks to Southwest boarding, and when we talk about all that. So just know, it doesn't say when it's starting, but it's game on.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of it.
Yeah.
Everybody just get on board. Get on board with we're not doing this boarding
No.
crazy shit.
No. Plan ahead.
Nobody wants to go to the back because you're the last one off.
Right.
Takes forever.
Unless you're in Burbank.
Unless you're in Burbank and they open the back door too. Whoa! This is really sad for San Francisco. Moving on. So San Francisco, I have noticed over the years, the downtown is suffering. They're big time. There's so much homelessness. It's just crazy. It's completely out of control. And areas where I used to feel fine, Union Square had all the shopping. You could go down there. Well, San Francisco's dying downtown suffers another hammer blow as Saks Fifth Avenue bans window shoppers from coming inside. It's a move against the very aggressive homeless people.
Wow.
Well, that's the other thing. They're not passive homeless people. They're super duper aggressive. Yeah. Where you just feel like, I'm just going to get mugged. Right. I should just give them everything in my pockets and call this a walk around the block. Its most luxurious department store is banning people from coming in. They've decided to change their customer experience by moving to appointment only.
Oh my God.
How weird.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locals will have to pre-book appointments at the store on Post Street starting August 28th. You can no longer walk in and browse the luxury items. It comes in as areas in San Francisco known for their squalor and misery, so much that local businesses are unable to recruit staff and residents have been forced to flee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The high-end luxury said it's looking for innovative ways to optimize their store experience to match luxury customers' evolving expectations. This is, it's already been done in Palo Alto and Napa. They've already become appointment only.
That's crazy.
Well, the weird thing is I wouldn't make an appointment because I don't even know what's in there.
Right.
Why would I?
Can I come look at your pants?
Yeah.
What?
Do you have any 6.5 shoes I could look at? Could you pre-put out maybe 20 pair?
Right.
Thank you.
White. Thank you.
They're expected to, it's going to impact the employees. Well, yeah, they're going to have to fire a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
The number of workers who will be affected is unknown. They offer in-store personal styling, alterations, and complimentary beauty services. Who's getting their hair done at Saks?
Old ladies.
Old people?
Yeah. I think so.
You're encouraged to book appointments on its website. Nobody wants anything to do with people anymore. You just go over there and do all that. And then let me know if you want some pants.
I'll text you.
Text me the pants you want. Text me your address. I'll get them out tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Don't ever call me.
Nope. That's funny.
The rise in the number of homeless people, now about 8,300. 8,300 has brought a myriad of associated problems with filling the sidewalk with illegal drug dealers, fentanyl users, and all-around violent and intimidating behavior close to the tent encampments. Wow. Prime real estate was once home to outlets such as Uniqlo, Glow,
Yeah.
H&M, Rasputin Records. They've all disappeared in a city center plagued by crime, drugs, and homelessness. The retail mirror. There is one of the largest homeless tent things I've ever seen when you return a rental car to the San Francisco airport underneath the viaducts. I've never seen. I don't know. It's been a year and a half since I've seen it. It could be gone. Sometimes they move them and stuff, but I've never seen anything like it.
It's like a living structure.
The retail exodus is mirrored in nearby streets, with 22 out of 33 stores now vacant in a 3-block section of Powell Street from Market Street to Union Square.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody better think of what to do about it.
Yep.
Or you're just giving up your cities.
Downtown.
Nashville has built a center. They're going to take all the homeless people. This is what I've always said. How can when we take them someplace and then decide who's an addict and who has mental problems, because those are different, very different. Let's work with that. And then people go, I don't want to give them another nickel. They should be put on a train. And I'm not doing politics here. I'm just saying the solution to helping them, it's do that. You may not want to, but if you don't, you're going to give up your downtown.
Right.
And all of your commercial real estate. And then, are you going to convince me to buy, as a single childless cat lady, a $1.5 million condo in downtown San Francisco, and I walk out the door and there's people jacked up on fentanyl? No, I'm not doing it. No. So pick your poison. Right. But meanwhile, I have to really read this one carefully. I'm going to tell you the 10 most shark-infested beaches. This is a little summer fun. a little summer fun. 2 weeks before the children go back to their schools.
Nice.
I can't wait for the airports to go back to not summer.
Yes. Awful.
I don't want to look at anybody's fucking feet anymore either. The flip-flops.
No, it's awful.
Well, every time I see somebody in flip-flops, I'm like, you don't understand what could possibly happen, especially lately. There's doors flying off airplanes. There's tires. Planes are landing. You may have to run.
Right.
How good do you think you can run in your flip-flops? No. I always have on a very sensible, fast shoe. Just in case shit goes down, I'm dropping that backpack and I'm running. I'm getting the wallet out.
Oh, God.
Somebody can have my computer. There's nothing on it.
No.
AOL. Good luck.
Cat pictures. Same as your phone.
What about my pictures of baby cat? So here's the 10 most dangerous.
Okay.
Well, number 1, New Smyrna Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Google that, will you? I think it's over by Fort Lauderdale.
You told me it was.
I do, but I want to make sure I'm right before I say that. Yeah, it's south of Daytona.
Daytona.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. That's the number 1 most dangerous. And apparently it's a surfer's paradise and a shark's playground.
Stop it.
Number 2, McKenna Beach, Maui, Hawaii.
Okay.
It's very small, but it's a sharky neighborhood, that's for sure. It has fewer attacks than some of the others, but more sightings, and there's less people. It's a popular spot for snorkeling. See, this is why I'm scared to snorkel.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they eat me?
Right.
Right. And do I really need to see a fish that close? I could just go to the aquarium.
Oh, come on.
Well,
That's not the ambitious little girl.
there's too much dangerous shit down there. It's just not necessary. No.
No.
Number 3, Bolinas, California. It's in the Red Triangle where 38% of the great white shark attacks occur. That's a scary statistic, but there's a reason. Heaps of seals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a 4-hour drive from San Francisco, so it's super... Oh, it's an hour drive from San Francisco.
Yep.
So it's super busy on weekends.
Yeah. It's in line with San Rafael.
Okay. Solona Beach, California. That's only 35 minutes from San Diego.
Yep, just north.
Yep, north of San Diego. 6, Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Oh, home of Rancho Surf Shop.
It's an hour drive from Orlando, one of the prettiest beaches in the USA. It's got many dolphin watching tours are off there, but if you don't plan on joining another few sharks along the beach, but also it's a dangerous beach because of rip currents. So, Myrtle Beach, I would never expect this. Myrtle Beach just doesn't seem, this sounds really stupid. It doesn't seem deep enough.
No.
It's like South Carolina beaches where they're flat. And then you could just walk. You could walk forever and still not be under 4 foot of water. Whew, it has the highest number of shark attacks after New Smyrna. A whopping 96 kilometers of stunning coastline. It's no surprise that this beach ranks up there in shark sightings. Wow. Number 8, Topsail Island, North Carolina. Don't know it.
Nope.
Never heard of it. Number 9, Melbourne Beach, Florida. I would assume that. I would think that. 10, Fripp Island. I've heard of it. South Carolina.
Topsail Island is halfway between Wilmington and Jacksonville.
Wilmington and Jacksonville. Well, those are the most dangerous beaches. Swim at your own risk. It's summer. People are still out there. My brother's going up because his wife's from Philly. They go to Jersey Shore, and all I keep doing is sending giant great white videos from the Jersey Shore. Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
Chomp, 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 chomp. Here's some crazy. This is crazy auction news. I'm always fascinated by this. Babe Ruth jersey breaks world record for sports item at an auction. A jersey belonging to legendary baseball legend Babe Ruth broke the world record Thursday for the most expensive sports objects sold at auction, and the sale hasn't even ended yet.
Oh my God.
The highest bid for the jersey currently stands at $13 million.
Oh.
That includes commissions and fees.
Of course.
What about shipping? Don't make me come up there and sign for it at UPS. The sale will not end until August 24th. They expect it could go up to $30 million.
Wow.
They said the owner could still set a minimum price higher than the current auction bid, though it would run the risk of not selling the items at all. Oh, it's going to sell.
It'll sell.
Yeah. The previous record was for a baseball card featuring Mickey Mantle, which sold for $12.6 in August of 2022.
Wow.
In terms of sports apparel, the highest auction record was set in September 22 when a jersey worn by Michael Jordan during Game 1 of the NBA Finals of 1998 sold for $10 million at Sotheby's.
Sotheby's.
Previous to 2022, no sports item had ever passed the $10 million threshold.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
Give it to Cooperstown. Right.
No, somebody's going to put it in a frame in their house for their cocktail party. Or then you end up being like Phil Collins. 20 years later, your whole basement's filled with cannonballs. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Why do I have a Mexican flag in my basement? I'm in Switzerland. Why do I have the original flag of Texas with the star? It can get, and I get it because I have an addictive personality. Once I went to the Sound of Music dinner plates, well, a whole thing, everything appeared. Salt shakers. I know it's it could be a lot.
What are you addicted to collecting now?
I'm addicted to collecting nothing now.
Really?
Not really. Not that I can think of.
Well, you know.
Stickers for my notebook. I'm a little obsessed with my computer stickers and all that stuff. Stupid stuff on the road that cost less than $10.
That's great.
Yeah, and you can use it. And every time I see my cat sticker or the Alamo sticker, I like it. More. I'm going to skip this one, but there's more protesting in Spain on an island called Mallorca because they're so mad.
Mallorca.
Okay. Mallorca. They're so mad about the number of tourists. They had 50,000 people out there protesting.
I'm here to go to Spain anyway.
Well, it's the tourism pushback. And I get it. These people are trying to lead lives.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're going to do about it, but
Good story.
this is, well, because I already kind of covered it. I'm going to save the streaming services. This is one of my favorite. This is another this whole episode should be called Cocaine Kingpins. Cocaine Kingpins and Sharks. This story, and I'm going to read it. Do we have time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of time.
All right. This is crazy. And this man has still not been caught. This is so... it's written like a story, so bear with me. Usually I just sum it up for you guys, but this is worth it.
It is.
The story is written from Paraguay.
Okay.
The midfielder, that's a soccer person who plays in the middle, which, by the way, is one of the hardest positions because you do the most running. You have to go back and forth more versus... That would not be the position I would opt for because it's way too much. The midfielder stepped up to take the penalty kick. It was a steamy, bright morning at Erico Galeno Stadium. In the stands, fans wearing yellow and blue stood up, squinting in the sun, focusing on the man with number 10 on his back. On the sidelines, coaches crossed themselves as he ran towards them. They're making the sign of the cross as he runs towards the ball.
Yep.
His name was Sebastian Marcet. He arrived at Deportiva Capita, a hard scrabble professional soccer team out of nowhere. So dude just shows up.
Yeah.
He drove a Lamborghini, and he would careen across the gravel parking lot. He was square-jawed and handsome, covered in gold jewelry, Rolexes, and ornate tattoos that ran down his right arm. He was a mediocre soccer player with the skills of someone whose career had peaked in high school. When Capita's coach, Jorge Nunez, kept him on the bench, the players encircled Nunez and told him that Marcet needed to play. I kept wondering, who is this guy, Nunez said in an interview. This is so weird. Some dude just shows up and nobody has an explanation.
Right.
Hey, there's Bob. Where the fuck Bob come from? None of your business. And now here it was. Marcet was taking a critical spot kick. The score is 1-1. was May 29, 2021, halfway through a tough season. A win could be the beginning of a turnaround. Silence fell in the stadium, quickly followed by groans. Coaches and staff recalled in interviews. The ball blazed 5 feet over the crossbar. Even the team's security guard couldn't hide his frustration, kicking the dirt, wondering aloud why Capitia's fate had been put in his hands. Over the next few years, the reason would become clear. Sebastian Marcet, as it turned out, was among the most important drug traffickers in South America, and he was one of the key fixtures behind a surge of cocaine arriving in Western Europe, according to Latin American, U.S., and European investigators. Instead of hiding from the authorities, he had used his fortune to purchase and sponsor soccer teams across Latin America and in Europe. U.S. and South American investigators learned that he was using those teams to help launder millions in drug proceeds. Along the way, he powered with his wealth to fulfill his childhood dream. He inserted himself into starting lineups. I mean, the fucking balls it would take. These are professional teams. Like, you just can't.
And he did it on a couple of them.
Right. He should have come to the U.S. and got on one of ours. He'd probably still be fine there. The story about his narco empire and search for soccer glory is based on thousands of pages of internal documents provided by Paraguayan, Uruguayan, and Bolivian police, wired transcripts, and set up by the... So, I mean, talk about in your face. Yeah. What do you mean you can't find me? I'm a midfielder for the Nashville soccer team. I'm there every week, right out in the middle. His odyssey reads like a transnational caper bordering on the absurd, but it is a startling window into the level of impunity at the nexus of Latin American public life and lower rungs of professional soccer, enabling drug traffickers to wield enormous influence in both worlds. Years after a global manhunt, he remains at large.
Wow.
And then it goes into how he became, wait a sec. Okay. So he was running a ton of these narcos. By age 31, he was worth $1 billion. He's moving cocaine everywhere. Coca. He killed his enemies with no remorse, soliciting advice how to disappear their bodies. According to his text messages, he wanted to know after he killed them, this is why you're not as smart as Pablo. You have to have hippos. What do hippos do? Eat the body. There you go. But he would take breaks from being this international kingpin to play professional soccer. He adopted the same assertive tone as he did when he coordinated drug shipments, imagining himself the midfield conductor, even as he struggled to keep up with his teammates. He paid $10,000 in cash to wear the number 10 jersey worn by Pele, Maradona, and Messi. Those are all famous soccer players, if you don't know. When he shoved opposing players to the ground, referees failed to blow their whistles. He could just go out and just start, boom, elbow to the sternum. And then he would flash his 1,000-watt smile. His rise coincided with the explosion in cocaine trafficking from South America. He helped perfect the routes. I like the soccer part, though. And then they just go into how he... money spent on sport is untraceable in much of Latin America. Players' contracts, transfer fees, ticket proceeds, merchandise sales, all of it can be fudged. Now we're going to use that word with kingpins. Right. Were you fudging some stuff? Did you fudge some documents?
Fudge. God.
And talk about sports washing. Oh, my God. In the 80s, Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug kingpin, bankrolled his home soccer club, Atlético Nacional, turning it into one of Latin America's best teams. But when he was detained in 1991, he flew in famous players to play on the prison soccer team. Pablo did.
Oh, my God.
It's just amazing. Just let them go and watch what they do. I mean, oh, my God.
You want to be Pele? No problem. Get in the yard. Oh, man.
Yeah, Marcet is the first one, however, to use his status and wealth not only to bankroll it, but to play on the team. Even Pablo knew, okay, I can't. They say his athletic career was either a sophisticated strategy to conceal his identity or an attempt to fulfill an unrealized dream.
Yeah.
He always wanted to play soccer, they said. These are old people who knew him.
That's so funny.
They knew that he was playing but they would be behind, and when he would surprise you. He wouldn't be on a lineup, or they wouldn't say it.
He'd just show up like a pickup.
He would just show up, like a pickup game. Hey, you guys got anybody number 10? I'm number 10. Is that cool? Can I play?
Yeah.
Just want to play for a half, then I got to get out of here.
Here's $1 million.
He had been to prison, but he got out, and he's still on the run.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's still doing it all. I don't know if he's still playing soccer. I tried to Google it, so I gave you termites and do the work of the Lord, but there were no more articles about, is he, I guess probably not now.
Probably not.
I
now
think-
that there's articles being written.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
All right, termites.
So funny.
Oh, I got to do my thank yous. Let me find my thing. And then we'll do a take quote, and then we'll move on. I got to go pack for Ohio.
Marietta, Ohio.
Marietta, Ohio.
Yeah.
Baby cat's already not happy about it. Meow, meow, meow. She doesn't like seeing my suitcase. San Antonio. Thank you to Marilyn and daughter Caprice for my Bigfoot armadillo T-shirt.
Nice.
And the Fickle Pickles and the Buc-ee's jerky, Jan, Donna, and Ronnie.
Nice.
Austin, a lot of stuff. Well, a lot of stuff came in both places. Sheila, cool socks and the Bigfoot sign. Patrons say the gambler's prayer card. Thank you, Denise.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's going to every video poker machine I sit at. The homemade macrame cat hammock, which Kato has fallen in love with.
Did she?
Yeah, I put it on the porch, the front
my God,
porch
that's
swing thing, and she loves it.
Cool.
That was from Heidi. And baby cat, not so interested, but Kato, all in, and fits perfectly.
Great.
A wedding invitation from Audra and Marissa. I probably can't make it, but one never knows. You never know. The quote, special shit seasoning. And the Lewis Black Anger ID reel is very cute. And then some kid in shop class made a coaster for me.
So cool.
Yeah, I'm like, how cool is that? And then local beer and New Mexico coffee from Termite Susan.
Cool.
So thank you for those, you guys. And now it's time for a quote of our two queens. If I could find a quote book from the other people, I would do it. But so far, these are the only two that I found that exist.
Snoop will do it.
Snoop should do it. Yeah, Jelly's got some great ones. Yeah. We're going to start with Dolly. Okay, this is reflecting on songwriting as therapy in an interview with The Times. I don't need a therapist because I write it out. If I've got something bothering me, I just get it out. If I'm mad, I write that. If I'm hurt, I write that. If I'm happy, I write that. I write what I feel. That's my doctor.
There you go.
There you go. Try it, termites. I've never been one for writing things down like that. No, you don't do that if you grow up with brothers. That first Holly Hobby diary, they busted right in that fucker.
You had a Holly Hoppy diary?
Yeah, it had a key. The key didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
It was a pink. It was stupid.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Okay, this is in Vogue in 2012.
Okay.
If someone doesn't seem to want to get to know me as a person, but instead seems to have kind of bought into the whole idea of me, and he approves of my Wikipedia page and falls in love based on 0 hours spent with me, that's maybe to be something aware of. That's called a stalker.
Yep.
That will fade fast. You can't be in love with a Google search.
No.
Well, I fell in love with the Batman cat on Google search.
Yeah, you did.
I did. It can happen.
No.
It may be an animal, though, that you just want and covet. Yeah.
You're really into that childless cat search right now.
Oh, my God. Somebody. Oh, wait. You know what? We're going to do this. And then I'm going to turn my phone on because my friend Kathy sent me the top childless cat ladies in the world.
Okay.
And this is the list of people he insulted. Mr. J.D. Vance.
And he may pay for that.
And, he's going to pay for it. There's videos of cats dressed up going to vote. It's so funny on TikTok. They have little suits on. Some have dresses.
It's not even political anymore. It's just.
It's not political. It's just, I'm just looking at you as a performer, and you fucked up and insulted half the crowd for no reason at all. Dear God, what is the matter?
It's not going away.
It's not going away either. The 24-hour news cycle, once you do the cat people,
Don't fuck with cats.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody pointed out, well, I won't do that one. That one's probably too offensive. But I won't repeat that one. Where did it go? Where Steven, yeah. What? Why won't it? My phone's not awake yet. Oh, it's frozen. It doesn't.
You're not awake yet. Hang on.
I'm awake.
What is it? Top what?
Hold on. Top most. Okay, a notable list of childless cat ladies.
Okay.
What a great way to sign off. Dolly Parton.
Whoa. Half of your court is.
Oprah Winfrey. Helen Mirren.
Oh my God.
Renee Zellweger. Betty White. Let's not forget about Betty.
No.
I mean, she's not alive anymore, but all of her money went to animal rescues, every kind. Dogs, goats, cat, whatever. Jennifer Aniston. Kim Cattrall. Lily Tomlin. Ashley Judd. You don't want to get up. She'll go crazy on your ass. Katharine Hepburn, dead. She can't do much. Stevie Nicks. Welcome. I didn't know Stevie had cats. I thought she only had that weird little dog she travels with.
Fluffy dog.
No, it's kind of half hairless. I don't know what it is. Winona Ryder, Sandra Oh, Anne Margaret. Well, she's dead. You guys. Taylor, Tay-Tay, Marissa Tomei. That's just the start of a list.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it.
There you go.
Okay, we'll see you in Ohio this weekend, termites. Ready.